Welcome back, folks. Patch 1.1 will be live in about a few hours, so let's go through all 3 sets of personal missions for the second campaign. I'll give you guys some analysis, recommend a few vehicles that will help you out, and we'll talk about the missions in general. So you're working on the Excalibur, then to the Chimera, and to the Object 726. They call it the Object 279, whatever. Early 279, but already talk a lot about these vehicles. The stats haven't been changed since the initial reveal or the super test server, other than the Chimera because they nerfed it, and the 279 early, but whatever. The Excalibur actually got buffed, so it still has 2,350 DPM for a tier 6 tank destroyer that has the same health as a medium. View range is not bad, 360, so this vehicle right here, this pedal van of a tank destroyer, is actually pretty worthwhile. And the missions for this vehicle is actually pretty easy. It's a grinding mission, accumulative. So as long as you play the game, sooner or later you'll get this vehicle. And it's pretty good. The Chimera is more or less average-ish. So they nerfed it. They nerfed the alpha, nerfed the DPM, nerfed the accuracy, aim time, all the stuff, all the mobility, all the stuff. So yeah, originally it was better than the Revalorise, but now it's more like pseudo heavy of a medium with very low shell velocity. So you're actually lumping the shots across the map. So okay, they also nerfed the 279. Originally, the 122 performed like a medium tank gun, but it's a heavy tank gun, so they nerfed it. And that's pretty much it. But if you do not want the vehicles, you should still try for the personal missions because you will earn about 30 million credits, a bunch of consumables, female crews, 12 of them, and garage slots and premium time. So it's like personal missions version number 1, but still continued. And the Excalibur missions are super easy, just grind. You don't have to work like super well per match. It's accumulative over any number of battles. So just throw crap at the wall. Sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. But as long as you play, sooner or later, you'll get the vehicles. So the Excalibur is the best among the personal mission version number 2. Because if you put a rammer, if you put Vince, it has brothers in arms. It's 2,700 DPM. Very quick aim time, very good accuracy, fast to shoot, like 3.3 seconds per shot, 150 damage per shot. Penetration is not bad for a tier 6 tank destroyer. You can also go with the AP spam, APCR spam, and that's about 200 millimeters. So I mean, horsepower per ton ratio is also not bad. It's not as fast as a Hellcat, but hey. So yeah, this is a very worthwhile pseudo medium tank of a tank destroyer. The Chimera is more or less average. They nerfed the DPM by a lot, by like 500 compared to the super test server stats, and they nerf the accuracy, the aim time, the top speed, engine power, all the crap. So, and the view range. They nerfed the view range from 380 to 360. Oh my god. So basically I would put rammer, vertical stabilizer, and optics. Yeah, optics would be decent, but still that's a low DPM. Even with the equipments, that's pretty low. So whatever. And for the Object 276, it's like a medium tanks gun, but it's 122, the same gun that's on the IS-4 or the STI or the IS-8 T10, but they nerfed the dispersion a little bit, nerfed the accuracy a little bit, and that's pretty much it. A lot of people complain the armor isn't super OP, but you still need gold shell for the upper plate, so come on guys, it's a free vehicle, and you work for it. It's not like super broken. It's not like the actual 279, otherwise you cannot penetrate. It's 300 millimeters for the rounded hull, UFO shape. You will not. You will not. So rammer, vertical stabilizer, and you could put optics, or you could go with vents, because this is a frontline vehicle. Horsepower per ton ratio is not bad. Accuracy is decent for a Russian gun, and a lot of DPM, but Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's fair. So these are the 3 vehicles. I'll put the timestamps to the missions per vehicle in the description below or the comment section, but I'll quickly go through the Excalibur missions because these are the simplest, because these are the accumulative. Throw crap at the wall, it sticks, you get it. And you have to do all of these over any number of battles. So it's not like per match or per series of a match. As long as you play the game, you'll get it. So I'll give you guys this Excel spreadsheet as well, but they put all the missions on the main web page. They did not check for spelling errors, and there was a typo in the listing of the 3rd personal mission set of list, but I fixed all of it, so I'll give you guys this Excel spreadsheet, but it was a mess. So in order to look at this Excel spreadsheet a lot more efficiently, we're going to categorize all the stuff by nations rather than by number of the mission per of the list, because they go 1, 2, 3. It gets confusing. I don't want to talk about Russians, then the Germans, then the Americans, and flip back and forth. It gets a lot confusing later on, so we're going to sort. And let's talk about the alliance, which is Americans, British, and the Polish. So for the Excalibur, it's tier 6 plus. The first one is destroy enemy vehicles. That's super easy. But the secondary objective is basically, I don't think it's a cumulative. I think you have to do it in one match. Otherwise, well, it could be 3,000 damage per a whole series of matches. That could also work. But it's like 5 times or something, and afterwards you get like a credit reward as well. Alright, but it's very simple. If you grind towards this, it's super easy, so just do whatever. Destroy enemy vehicles, kill steal if you can, so go for the kills rather than doing the damage, but that's super easy. Second one for the alliance is stun dirty enemies, and you would probably need artillery. So the FV304 is a red herring. It does not have stun with the derp gun. So that thing is like a 105, 103. So you do not get stun with the FV304. So go for the M44 if you can. And you will need a high tier alliance artillery for the later missions. So I'll give you guys a list of all the missions or all the mission required vehicles that I recommend. But the M44 is one of them. Onto the higher artilleries, like the M40/43, yada yada. Third mission for the alliance, cause 10,000 damage to heavy or tank destroyers. It's super easy, just do it. So all these missions are rated, and the Excalibur missions are super simple because accumulative. You just like get 150 headshots, you get a red tiger stripe camo for your gun. Super simple. So spot enemies, that's easy. Play a light tank. Also, the British doesn't have light tanks, so mostly American light tanks. Yeah. Or you can just play medium and camp in a bush, because most British and mediums of British and Americans have a lot of view range, so they don't really care. Destroy enemy heavy tanks, just do it. Block 15,000 damage. Play with the Caernarvon, play with the Doom Turtles. Super simple. Cause 25,000 damage to enemy vehicles, just do it. Super easy. Stun 2 enemies with 1 shot 7 times. So you still need the M44, just aim for a group. If you get stuck, use gold shell. Gold artillery high explosive shell have larger splash radius, but the same penetration, same alpha. Just helps with the stun mostly. Next is destroy 10, yada yada. It's boring. Super simple. Enable your allies to cause damage, so just shoot their tracks. If you get pissed off at this mission, use high explosive on their tracks. So shoot the drive wheels. That's the larger circle on the ends of the caliper track. So those are the drive wheels. Shoot them off, and the track should be off. Don't shoot the road wheels. The road wheels are in the middle. It's a same old tactic. Cause damage, yada, first 3 minutes. So be super aggro, play patents, play comets, play easy 8s. Just get in there, do damage. Try to survive, but it's all grinding missions, so it doesn't matter much. Block damage, That's with the Caernarvon, that's with Doom Turtles, yada yada. And American tank destroyers at the higher tiers are mostly assault guns with a lot of armor. So just do it. Allies destroy enemies stunned by you, play artillery. Simple. Receive Mastery Badge Class 1 for the 15th mission for the Alliance. That's actually pretty easy because it's accumulative. It's not like you have to do this within 5 battles or 10 battles like the later missions for the Object 726. So as long as you get the first class Mastery Badge, even on vehicles where you already have it, it works as well. So just play super obsolete vehicles. For the Alliance, it's like the T-32. Recently I posted the T-32 Rage Against the Meta video, as well as vehicles like the FV-4202 if you have that premium, or vehicles like, what else is terrible for the Alliance? AT-15, well, it got buffed, but nobody plays it. Or you can play the lower tiers like AT-8, AT-7, AT-15A, or vehicles like the TOG-2. Yeah, nobody plays it. Mostly if you have outdated preferential matchmaking vehicles like the TOG-2, not a lot of players have it. So once you play that thing, once you get a first class mastery badge by spamming gold shell, yeah, you'll get this done. Super easy. The block is German and Japanese, and the flavor of these two is basically heavy armor. So mostly the mouse and the Type 5. So cause damage to medium tanks, yada yada. Block damage, super simple mouse line or the Type 5 line. But the other German heavy for the Tiger line is sort of wonky because Tigers cannot block shells. Same goes for the King Tiger. Same goes for, well, the E75 is not bad, but the E100 gets penetrated. So the E100 is obsolete now. It's your call, but I would recommend the VK4502P OSB, as well as the mouse, as well as the Mammut, the VK101P. But or you can play with the Japanese. The OI is always the Shrek of tier 6 swamp. So just crazy. Destroy light tanks, yada yada. Enable your allies to deal damage, shoot their tracks, yada yada. Play light tanks, but the German light tanks are so meh. Score armor penetrating hits 60 times. So if you have an E25, go for it. If you have a Yak Panzer IV spamming gold shell, go for it. Or if you have a Panther M10 spamming gold shell, go for it. Destroy enemy vehicles, yada yada yada. Be on the top of damage blocked. So play OIs or play the mouse or Type 5s. Super simple. So one of the flavor of the German / Japanese is try to get a heavily armored vehicle like OI, and you'll be set for most of the missions. You need tier 6 for the Excalibur, tier 7 for the Chimera, and tier 8 for the Object 726. But if you go down the OI line, you won't get disappointed because freaking Type 5 is a meme, and the mouse is still pretty good because of the buff. So, alright, block is just cause damage to vehicles belong to the block. Just be prejudiced towards other Germans or Japanese. Cause damage, yada yada, grind, grind, grind. Super simple. It just takes a long time, but you get credit rewards for just playing the game, basically. And female crews. Be among the top players by damage cause. So try to play OI if you're top tier, or just tank destroyers. The Waffen triggers are good, other than the Grill 15. It's a whole new can of worm. This is taking too long. It becomes a lecture. Oh my god. Alright, earn total of 15 rewards in the Battle Hero category. So this is the High Caliber or Confederate or Top Gun, but it is accumulative rather than the later missions, so it's not as bad, but it's a little bit more difficult than the Mastery Badge one for the Alliance. So try to take your time, try to aim for your shots, survive as long as possible. That's why there's a term called chai sniping, which is basically snipe with every vehicle in the back and try to survive. But you will get there. You will get there sooner or later. Cause damage coalition is French, Czechoslovakians, Swedish, and Italians. So basically cause damage, and their flavor for the coalition is autoloaders. So usually you'll see a lot of assassinate X number of vehicles, and that's what they do pretty well. So try to get one auto-loading vehicle like the TVP VTU. Ugh, not that thing. The TVP T5051. So once you slog through the terrible TVP VTU, the later vehicles, the Skoda T50 and the 5051, those are pretty good. Also, you could try the AMX 13 line into the Batchat, but those two lines are pretty viable. Otherwise, you could try the 5100 into the 50B, or the caernarvon. That's also pretty good. But that's the flavor of the coalition. So deal damage, destroy internal modules. This is a fun one. So more or less try to use high explosive. If you have the AMX 13 F3, that's the artillery for the French at tier 6. That would be best. But if you don't, low high explosive with your ARL 44 105mm. I mean, as long as you just kill like one guy and you do this 20 times, you'll be fine, or 40 times. Oh my god, that's a slog. So yeah, try to get artillery, I guess, but the current artilleries are not fun compared to the original artilleries. Original artilleries are great because you one-shot people for making a mistake. Now it's just So alright, destroy enemy vehicles, yada yada, simple, deal damage, cause damage, support damage, top of the player on your team by damage caused. So play slightly passively, try to survive, keep the gun working, keep the gun singing. Autoloaders are great, so try to get one. Even if you don't have the Skoda T50, vehicles like the Skoda T25 at tier 6 is pretty good as well. So sometimes if you want to finish these missions quicker, spam a little bit more gold shell. That's how the stuff works. So yada yada, deal damage, finish as the top player by experience earned, play your best. It's very simple. So these missions are like whatever marathon missions. You have all the time in your world to complete them. So yada 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 yada. The 15th destroy artillery. Try to play fast vehicles because first person to spot these artilleries get to shoot at them, right? So common sense. But 15th mission, this is going to be legendary, is earn 15 rewards of battle hero category. So it's like high caliber or Confederate. It will take a while, but I mean, if you just get like, well, if you get like 2 per match, it still will be 7 battles. So this will take you like 4 hours plus. So it's a slog, but it's easy in terms of you just grind. So the Union is the Russians and the Chinese. So enable your allies to cause damage. Just play light tanks or mediums. Cause damage to enemy light tanks, yada yada. So none of these are really that super impressive. Why is my Steam going off? I don't know. Go away. It's almost server downtime. Oh well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So, oops. So destroy enemy medium tanks, destroy all the tanks, cause damage, yada yada. None of these missions are super complex. So it's not like surprising, like cause fire to one enemy. That is dumb. So cause damage twice of your hit points, yada yada. Artillery is actually pretty good if there's a condition involving your health. So artillery is actually pretty decent, but you need to have it. So destroy enemy vehicles, block twice more than health points of your vehicle, blah 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 blah. Receive mastery badge of class 1 or more. So basically play the IS-6, play the KV-5, all the obsolete, or the T-34-2, all the garbage vehicles. So yeah, Excalibur missions, super simple. Let's not waste any more time talking about it. But here is the Chimera. So these missions are a little bit more complex, and they resemble more of the T-55A or the Object 260 missions. So for the Alliance, the first one is kind of difficult. Cause 30% of the total amount of damage caused by your team. So basically, try to get a high caliber, but it depends on how crappy your teammate plays. So if you have a good team, you're screwed. If you have a bad team, try to survive and just farm if you can, but I think it's a little bit more difficult because 30% of the total damage by your team. That's like you're playing a third of your team's damage. That's a lot. So yeah, try to aim for high caliber, but that's one of the more difficult missions. Destroy tracks. Alright, that's super simple. Stun enemies, that's garbage. Simple. Cause 3,000 damage, remain unspotted at the time of moment when the damage is dealt. So play as a camping tank destroyer. The British are a lot better with the tank destroyers at sniping than the Americans because the guns are more accurate. So yeah, I mean, you could play with the FE215B 1A3 or the 4005, spamming one HESH shell across the map, and that could like finish 2/3 of this mission. But a camp, mostly camp in the back, and don't be at the front lines. So mostly tank destroyer. It's not that difficult, but it's still 3,000 damage. So you need a high tier vehicle, like tier 8. At least, in my opinion, because getting 3,000 damage in a tier 7, that's rough. Actually, getting 3,000 damage in a tier 8 is also rough. Maybe in a tier 9 or tier 10, but yeah. Destroy by ramming, that's simple. Just go ram, drive a fast vehicle. Don't drive slow. Stun enemies, that's super simple. So try to get down the artillery line. So either you could have the FE207, the tier 8 British artillery. The Crusader SP is wonky, but 207 also has the 155. That sucks. So try to get the vehicle afterwards, which is the 3805. But yeah, American artillery is the Alliance artillery you want to work towards. So work towards the M40, 43, as well as the 53, 55. But yeah, just stun. That's super simple. Beyond the top by damage caused, that's easy-ish. Here is a fun one. Here is cause 4 times as much damage than the hit points of your vehicle. Normally, if you play a light tank, medium tank, heavy tank, or tank destroyer, this is impossibly hard. So this is actually like 9, I would guess. So it's actually 9-star out of 10. But if you play artillery, this is actually pretty simple because artillery doesn't have health. So that is a kicker. That is a weird conditional mission. I actually like puzzles like this because it makes you think. Because if you play a heavy tank like the Super Conqueror, you have to deal about 8,500 damage for a mission. That's not even the 15th of the set. That is crazy. So yeah, play artillery. Artillery just get like 2,000 damage. You'll be fine. Enable your allies to cause damage. Light tank focus on spotting, but 5,000 is a little bit rough. So it's a high bar, but that's like 1,000 shy of light tank 15. Or 1,000 or 2,000 shy of light tank 15 for the T55A. So it's a hard one, but it's not as bad. So enable your allies to cause damage. Yeah, it's okay. Cause armor penetrating hits. Spam gold shells. You'll be good. Spam gold shell. You'll be fine at the missions. Destroy 3 enemy heavy tanks. Cause 4,000 damage. You need a high tier vehicle. So most of these focus on playing well or having a high HP pool, which means getting a high tier vehicle. Destroy enemy for close range. Play assault guns like the Tortoise or the Doom Turtle. Stun enemies, so play high tier artillery. So basically, you need a high tier Alliance artillery. That is very important for most of these missions. And cause 8,000 damage to enemy vehicles. That is basically Tank Destroyer 15 for the Object 260. That's the final mission. So you could do this in a medium tank, you could do this in a heavy tank, but that's Tank Destroyer 15. That is hard. So I mean, you could have an amazing game and you will get it, but alright. So for the block, number 1 is cost 6,000 damage. That's a freaking first mission, man. What the frick? So that's move. But one good thing about the new personal missions rather than the old ones is you could do mission number 1 through 14 without having to do them in order. So you could do number 14, you could do number 11 without having to do 1, then 2, then 3. So it's not sequential, so just do them randomly. But that is a difficult missions. Destroy enemy internal modules, artilleries, or the Japanese howitzers. Type 5 meme, that's always a good one. Cause damage within your view range, simple enough. Destroy enemy vehicles, yada yada, simple. Cause armor penetrating hits to enemy artillery, so usually they tend to die in 1 or 2 hits. So usually you should play like lower alpha vehicles like the E25 or the Panther M10. But as long as you're fast getting to the artillery and killing them, it's not as bad. Armor penetrating hits, alright, that's okay. E25, yada yada. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles. Kill steal if you can. Oh my god. Set an enemy vehicle of the same tier or higher on fire. Was it medium tank number 12 for the first season? Oh my god, I hate that mission. It's also set on fire twice. So shoot for the engine block. That's the original strategy for RNG missions, but yeah, shoot for the engine block in the back. Ugh. Cause 3,000 damage by spotting. Yeah, okay. Light tanks, combat mediums. Cause 4,000 damage to enemy vehicles, high tier. You always need high tier. So if it's 3,000 damage or more, it's usually tier 9 or tier 10 that has a easier time because higher HP pool. But yeah, don't expect 4,000 damage in a tier 7. That's like godlike playstyle. So you're basically killing tier 9s with a tier 7. That is difficult. So you need a high tier vehicle. Blah. Destroy 6 enemy vehicles, get a top gun. Basically, you don't have to do the secondary condition, but focus on kill stealing. Yada yada. Know your alpha, know the HP of their enemies and the spread of your teammates. Simple stuff. 4,000 damage dealt. Finish as the top player on the damage dealt list. Alright. High tier vehicle. Destroy 6 enemies of 3 different types. Top gun again. It's annoying, yes, but it's workable. It's doable. It's not like dealing 4,000 damage to tank destroyers in a medium tank. That is freaking nuts. But the 15th mission is cause 3,000 damage to enemy tank destroyers. We were just talking about this. What the fuck? It's 500 less than the current Object 260's medium tank 15th mission. And I hate that because it's very rare for you to find full health tank destroyers in a medium, and you have enough time to circle strafe and just chip them all the health. And also, you're playing German/Japanese, and therefore you don't have autoloaders to have the high burst damage. So usually when I play for the 15th mission for the medium tanks, I play with my Batchat or the 5051 because of the burst damage, and you can get away fast enough. Just assassinate tank destroyers. You're playing a German or a Japanese, so they have the guns. They're tank destroyers, and if they get pissed off, they shoot gold shells into your mouse, into your Type 5. This mission is rough. It's a dumb mission. Coalition number 1. Destroy 3 enemy heavies or mediums. Just go for it. Autoloaders. It's all about assassins with the coalition. So your projectos, your freaking 5051s, your Batchats, all assassins. So try to burst damage and kill 3 enemy heavies or mediums. It's very doable. So it's not as hard. D-track. Destroy the tracks. Yada yada. Finish the battle as most XP played. So play good. Camp in the back, snipe, try snipe, cause damage to 6 different enemy vehicles. Play normally, you'll be fine. Destroy enemy vehicle by ramming, causing more damage. So most of these vehicles are lower in terms of weight in order to justify the autoloaders. So play mostly medium tanks, ramming light tanks. Don't ram like other mediums or heavy tanks. Don't ram tank destroyers mostly at high tiers. So ram light tanks or artillery, but you can also ram with the M4 line, the AMX M4 line, or the caernarvon line, but alright. It's caused 10 armor penetrating hits, so autoloaders spam gold. Okay. Destroy light tanks, yada yada, simple enough. Finish the battle as top XP earned. So a lot of these missions are repeats. Finish as the top XP earned or top damage dealt, yada yada. Cause 2000 damage from a distance of 250 meters or more, so snipe. S-tanks are also pretty good, but they are not as favorable compared to the autoloaders because the autoloaders work well for the other missions. So yada yada, destroy enemy vehicles, 5 of them. Block damage, that's for the Emil line or the caernarvon line or the AMX M4s. Cause damage, 15 armor penetrating hits, simple enough, yada yada. Destroy 7 enemy vehicles, kill steal, so armor is, or autoloaders for assassinating against other targets, tongue twister. Damage caused and damage assisted is 10,000. Ooh, that is 2,000 more than light tank 15th for object 260. I mean, you're playing a medium, sure, you're playing a tank destroyer or heavy tank, but that is 2,000 more than light tank 15, and yeah, that's pretty hard. I mean, you can have a massively good game in a Super Conqueror where you're spamming APCR shells. Yeah, sure, but you still need to have like a lot of health to go through. So it should be like mostly all tier 10 matches, and you're playing Super Conqueror and just ruffle stomp all the other opponents. Yeah, sure, go ahead, but that's pretty rare match. That's a very rare match. It happens like 1 in 1,000 per games. So, alright, finally for the Russians and the Chinese, top player, top 3 player, yeah, just do your best. Destroy enemy vehicle within the first 1.5 minutes of the battle. So frontline aggro like 430U. That's a very good vehicle. Try to get it. But be among the top 3 players by experience earned. So play well. 3,000 damage. Yeah. Tier gap. High tier vehicle. Destroy 6 enemy vehicles. Top gun. So some of these missions are repeats from other nations. So like the repeats for earlier, but whatever. Cause 15 armor penetrating hits. Gold spam with a high rate of fire gun. So KV-13 with a 76mm stock gun. Yeah, go ahead. Or the I think it's a 85 for the T-34-1. Yeah, that doesn't work as well. Ooh, destroy 3 enemy vehicles within 3 minutes of the battle. So aggro, you have to be really aggro. Spot and deal damage to artillery. That's for light tanks or fast mediums. Destroy enemy internal modules. High tier Russian artillery works the best. So there's a typo. There should be a space. Oh well. Cause 2,000 damage to enemy heavy tanks. Destroy 2 heavy tanks. So countering heavy tanks or frontline medium. So just frontline battles all the time. Destroy 2 enemy vehicles from a distance. Snipe with garbage accuracy. You could try, but yeah, Russians usually originally have better accuracy with the Su-122-54 line, but they nerfed it into aggro tank destroyers. So you have aggro 268s, version number 4, or semi not really accurate ISU-152s, which is not accurate, but alright, I mean, as long as over distance of 300 meters, you whatever. Spot 6 enemies, remain unspotted. So light tanks, your mastery of the map as well as the spread of the enemies, but it's not as bad. Stun enemies for 200 seconds. High tier Russian artillery. If you don't play Russian artilleries, play the KV-2 into the S-51 Unicorn. And that's how I got my Russian artilleries. I don't want to... It's mostly because of the nerf in patch 9.18 or it's 9.18 with all the nerf to artilleries and light tanks. and I don't really want to play artillery anymore, other than my super high-tiered German artillery, but it's not featured in the personal missions version number 2. Alright, destroy 3 enemy vehicles having no damage prior to your vehicle. So snipe again, but meh. And finally, for the 15th mission, block, cause, and receive 12,000 damage. That is basically Heavy Tank 15 for the T-55A, I think. It's 15,000 for the Object 260, but basically for the Chimera, all the missions for the 15th slot is repeats from the T-55A or the Object 260. Real creative, guys. Real creative. And finally, to the 726. These missions are actually about kill stealing as much as possible. So I go through all of them, but they're a little bit more difficult. So cause 3,500 damage in a series of 3 battles in a row. So consistent plays, try to survive as long as possible, and keep the gun working. So play as a pussy, snipe in the back. But yeah, 3,500 damage, you need a tier 10. You need a high tier, at least tier 9, because tier 8s will not do 3,500 damage consistently. And against tier 10s, you will not. So you need a high tier vehicle. It's a little bit more difficult, but it's not as insane. So yeah, 6.5 out of 10, but earn shell proof, which is block more damage than the HP of your vehicle. So Doom Turtles, Tortoise, Super Conqueror, it's easy. This one's easier. Destroy 2 enemy vehicles within 2 out of 5 battles. That's easy, so just focus on kill stealing as much as possible. Enable your allies to destroy 2 enemy vehicles by spotting them or destroying their tracks. Light tanks or aggro mediums shoot at tracks if you're unsure. Stun again, so have a high tier artillery, the 40-43. Earn Confederate medal 2 times within 7 battles. So focus on not kill stealing, so mostly focus on shooting at different targets, and hopefully your teammates shoot at those targets and kill them. So it's an anti-kill steal mission. You'll see how much kill stealing requirements for the rest of these missions later on, but it's nuts. So average damage blocked should be 2,000 within 10 battles. So block at least 750 battle damage. So basically, Doom Turtles, or Super Conquerors, or the Tortoise. So try to get a Super Conqueror or caernarvon. But yeah, destroy enemy internal modules. Play artillery. If you already have a high tier artillery, play artillery, and artillery will make these missions a lot simpler. You get all the rewards without all the effort put into them. Stun again, so artillery. Now a lot of these stuns require higher rate of fire or higher dispersion of the seconds per match. So I would recommend using the stock gun, the stock 155, not the 8-inch or 203mm. But I mean, these missions are easy compared to the later on missions. Cause 2 times more damage than the HP of your vehicles in 4 out of 7 battles. So it's a pretty rough mission, unless you're playing artillery. So play artillery. So a lot of these missions are high tier American or British artillery based. I mean, if you already have it, good. Enable your allies cause a total of 1200 HP stunned by you. Another artillery mission, wonderful. Jesus, how many artillery missions? Be the top player on both teams by damage blocked. So Super Conqueror, or the Tortoise, or the Doom Turtles, yet again. Top 3 players by experience earned, so mastery of your vehicle, but 3 out of 5, and that's a lot. So top player, you don't have to win. That's one of the conditions that's not present, and that's great. So you do not have to win these battles. As long as you perform better than your teammates and your opponents, that's good. You don't have to win. That's a godsend. So cause damage to 30 different enemies within the 7 battles. That's 5 or 6 enemies per match. Blah, I can't even talk anymore. That's fine. That's not even that big of a problem. Receive the Mastery Badge Class 1 for 3 times out of 10. Play outdated vehicles and spam gold shell like the T-32, AT-15, FE-4202. There you go. German and Japanese. Cause damage by spotting, simple enough. Shoot their tracks. Cause damage twice than the HP of your vehicle. Play artillery is the simplest way, so have a high tier German artillery, but it's not as prominent as the Americans or the British, so you don't need that many artilleries for the Germans. There's no Japanese artillery. So the Punisher, destroy 15 vehicles within 10 battles. Semi-focus on kill-death ratio, so try to kill steal. Always kill stealing. So for the 726, try to kill steal and try to get as much damage as you possibly can. That's a typo. Block the average 8 enemy hits within 5 battles. So play the Type 5 or the mouse. Cause damage 3,000 per match. Whew. And that's 10 battles. I mean, that would be a 10 battle spamming gold shell in a Type 5. So hopefully you have a large wallet, but geez. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles of 2 different types within 2 battles. Focus on kill stealing. Top players by number of vehicles destroyed, yada yada. Kill stealing, yet again. Score armor penetrating hits 7 times out of each 3 battles. Stay alive. Try snipe. Enable your allies to cause a total of 15,000 damage by spotting Japanese howitzers, shooting at tracks. Oh god. Earn high caliber 4 out of 10 times in 4 out of 10 battles. So that's a difficult one. Focus on maximizing alpha per shot, so don't shoot at low health targets like 100 health with your 750 average damage guns. So shoot at high health targets, but winning is not a primary condition, and that is great. So you don't have to live, you don't have to survive, you don't have to win. That's amazing. But cause damage to 4 different enemy vehicles within 3 battles. Survive, try snipe, be the top player by total damage blocked. Mouse or the Type 5, simple enough. Destroy average of 2 enemies in a battle in 10 battles, so 2 per battle. Kill stealing again. Be the top player on your team by damage caused. That's difficult, so great mastery of the badge. Great mastery of the vehicle in use, not the badge. But the final mission for the German or Japanese, received first class mastery badge. So obsolete vehicles like the Kanana Yak Panzer, it's getting replaced, right? I don't know. It's been a while. Tiger 2, Panther 2. Ooh, the E100. What else is terrible currently for the Germans? Actually, everything. Freaking German nerf. Alright, for the coalition. Fire for effect. Deal more damage than the HP of your vehicle. Autoloaders. Pretty good. Alright, 3 out of 5 battles by top XP earned or top damage dealt. So, great mastery with autoloaders. Try to burst if you can. Oh my god, these missions are oof. Enable your allies to destroy average of 2 enemy vehicles by spotting them. So, scouting mastery, mostly with light tanks or mediums. Cause 30,000 damage within 10 battles. So 3,000 damage per match. Consistency with the damage. So survive, hide like a pussy, kill steal like a pussy, and get all the damage. Block 30 enemy hits within 10 battles. So block 3 shots or 4 shots per match. And yeah, AMX M4, Emils, Kravagans. If you're good with S-tanks and how to angle the S-tanks like the STRV 0 series or the top tier one, the B series, but yeah, you will not do this in the UDES or the S1. So yeah, just go for the Emil. If you have an Emil or if you have the AMX M4, it's good, but you won't block shots with the 50Bs as frequently as the AMX M4s. So yeah, the French doesn't have as good of an armor other than the M4 line. That's basically it. Italians? Nope. Czechoslovakians? Nope. What else? Swedish? Mostly the caernarvon. Yep. Stiletto. Score armor penetrating hits 75 times out of 10 battles. So basically 8 to 9 penetrating shots per match. Autoloaders work more consistently. Shooting gold shell if you have to. Destroy enemy vehicles, yada yada. Earn patrol duty twice within 10 battles. So this is a mastery of scouting or light tanks or mediums if you can, but don't shoot your gun mostly. So try to stay alive, try to scout rather than shooting back. So have your teammates work if they can, but it's very rare for me to get patrol duty compared to high caliber or Top Gun or Confederate. So it's up to you, but cautionary approach, I guess, towards scouting. And nobody likes playing scouts because teammates are dumb. They don't shoot at stuff you scout mostly, and that's very aggravating. Very aggravating. Alright, cause damage 4 different vehicles. Autoloaders, you're fine. Cause damage assisted. Artillery or shoot their tracks. Light tanks shoot their tracks. Top player by both team destroyed. So kill stealing yet again. Autoloaders, yada yada. 5 rewards of battle hero 5 times out of 10, or 5 rewards in 10 battles. So high caliber Confederate if you can, but I mean 10 battles is not that much when you think about it. And if you just earn 1 medal, that's like half the battles you need to earn 1 medal. That is so master your autoloaders. Block twice more damage than the hit points of your vehicle. 3 out of 5 battles. So try to bait shots with the mill. Emil 2, Emil 1 is a little bit rough, but with the caernarvon as well, or the AMX M4. But those are the only armored targets for the coalition. In 3 battles, be on the top by damage caused. Great mastery of the stuff you're playing. That's basically it. And for the 15th mission of the coalition, receive mastery badge class 1. So TVPVTU, AMX 65T. What else is terrible? I haven't tried the Panthera. I think it's fine for the Panthera because of the penetration and the 2 shell clip. But yeah, TVPVTU, there's no gimmick. You just get blown up. And the accuracy of the 88 sucks. AMX 65T, oh my god, terrible. What else is garbage? For the coalition, we have the Swedish. I mean, the Emil 1 is good. Yeah, I think the Emil 1 is good. At least it's average. It's not as bad as the TVPVTU. And yeah, the Panthera is also not as bad. Yeah, that's pretty much the TVPVTU and the 65T. Finally, for the Russians and the Chinese, we're almost done. The lecture is almost done. Oh my god. Yeah, boy allies to cause damage, light tanks or aggro mediums shooting at their tracks. Ooh, within 5 battles, so still a lot, but you could do it. Fighter award, so that's destroy 4 to 5 vehicles 3 times out of 10 battles. Kill steal, yet again, cause damage 3,000 per 5 battles. Consistency with your plays, try to survive, try to chai snipe, mostly. Kill steal if you can. A total of 5 rewards for the battle hero within 7 battles. So high caliber Confederate Top Guns are more consistent, but play smart. It's about your consistency. Top 3 on both teams by damage caused. Mastery of your vehicle in use. Basically, be the top player in team by number of vehicles destroyed 3 times out of 7 battles. Destroy 2 enemy vehicles. Heavy focus on kill stealing. Kill stealing if you can. Destroy enemy internal modules. That's artillery. Just play artillery. Or you could play heavy tanks spamming high explosive with 122 with 130, but play artillery. Earn fire for effect 7 times within 10 battles. So stay alive as long as possible, but that's still more damage than the HP of your vehicle. It's also easier to get this in artillery. I don't think you could get it for artillery. I don't know. Maybe you could. If you could get it in artillery, play artillery because it's simpler. Destroy 3 enemy vehicles within 2 battles. Alright. Focus on kill stealing. Block 15,000 damage within 10 battles. So block 1,500 damage per match. Object 705A line or IS4 line, but mostly the ISM or the 705. 8 armor penetrating hits, so lower the alpha. Most of the Russian guns are large alpha, so you want to have the T62A, the K91, or the Object 140 line. But next one is destroy 7 vehicles by spotting them within 10 battles. That's not bad, just like 1 per match. Alright, that's okay. Earn the Top Gun twice within 10 battles. Focus on kill stealing. Stun enemies 80 times within 10 battles. So play with a stock gun, the stock 152 rather than the 203. The object, what's the last vehicle for the 261, right? It's the object 261. That thing use a smaller caliber than the 203. That thing use 180 or something, 170 I think, but use a smaller caliber of a gun for more frequent rate of fire. And the final one for the Russians or the Chinese is Class 1 Mastery Badge. So IS-6, KV-5, T-34-2, spamming gold shell. So there you have it, folks. All the stuff and disconnection to the server because patching time, but yep. It's mostly focused on spamming gold shell or kill steal for the 726. So get enough damage, get enough XP or kills, and that's basically it. So what I think about the whole set of personal missions for the second season is the Excalibur is great because it's just a grind. Just grind and spam all the crap into the wall, throw enough crap at the wall. Sometimes it sticks, and sooner or later you'll get the vehicle. You get 4 female crews, you get a lot of premium times, I think, maybe some premium times like 4 days or 8, depends, I don't know, but also some garage slot, maybe, I don't know, but a lot of credits, premium consumables that you can sell for credits. So yeah, Excalibur mission, great. Chimera missions, it feels like a copy and paste of the T55A and Object 260. I mean, it's not as bad as the original, like deal 4,000 damage to a tank destroyer in a medium tank. That was the original medium tank mission number 15. That was hard. That would be categorized as a 9.5 out of 10 for my scale. And what would be insane, which is a 10 out of 10, I think dealing 5,000 damage to a tank destroyer, that would be insane. Or deal 5,000 damage to like a medium. Yeah, that would be nuts. Because there's not enough medium tanks out of a match to satisfy 5,000 HP. So basically means you have to kill all the tanks of that category by yourself from full HP to 0. That is pretty difficult. So, yeah. 10 out of 10 is ridiculous, and there's no possibility for you to complete it. So I think these missions are okay, but some of these missions feel copy and paste, and some of these missions do require you to have artillery, like cost 4 times as much more damage than the HP of your vehicle. You will struggle with this if you're playing a tier 7 Comet. That's like 4,400 damage, 4,500 damage in a Comet against tier 9s. Because if you play in a top tier game in a Comet, there's no 4,000 damage spread across all the low tiers, all the tier 5, all the tier 6. You have to deal 4,000 damage against tier 8s or tier 9s, and you'll get blown up. So some of these missions requires you play artillery. So the vehicles I recommend you getting is basically the American artillery, if you can, the M44 into M4043. What's the one before the tier 7 artillery for the Americans? I don't play American artillery. M12. So try to get the M44. The FV304 is a red herring, so it doesn't have stun. You need stun unless you detrack, but that's a whole different story. So not the British artillery. I hate the Crusader SP because it sucks with the accuracy, so that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, also the FE 207 doesn't have the larger barrel 8-inch gun. It only has a 6-inch gun, and that is 152. So it doesn't have an 8-inch. It only has the 6-inch or the 5.5, which is so you have to wait on the tier 8 artillery for the British. And yeah, the FE 3805, that will take a while. So try to get the M44, try to get the OI if you can. The OI is the best for the lower tiers, and the ONI is rough, as well as the OHO. But I mean, you try to get the Type 5 if you can. If you cannot, try to get towards the VK 101P Mammut or the 4502P OSB. So that goes towards the mouse, because the German and the Japanese requires mostly to box stuff. So try to get that. Try to get an autoloader like AMX 13s or the Batchat or the 5051 or the Panthera or the Projecto if you can, but mostly autoloaders will help you with the damage if you can, and the kill steal. And for the Americans and the British, try to get the Tortoise, maybe the Super Conqueror if you can, the Caernarvon. Those are great for some of the American missions and American artillery. And for the Russians, try to get aggressive medium, mostly the 430U. And if you can get a heavy tank with a lot of armor, try to get the ISM or the 705A. So those are good. But if you cannot, get the WZ-111-5A if you can. That's a Chinese one. And yeah, the 430U should be pretty decent. Yeah, that thing should cover a lot of area. The upper plate is great. Turret is impenetrable. So there we go, folks. I'll put the timestamp to the lecture in the description below to the different vehicles, but I'll provide you guys with this Excel spreadsheet so you can play around with it. But yeah, it only unlocks for the Chimera on September 19th. So it will have like 3 weeks of downtime for you to get the Excalibur and to get the emblem and stuff. But for the 726, it unlocks on October 10th. So it will be a while. So you won't get the higher tier mission list right off the bat. And there may be changes to the mission list, because originally they changed a lot for the first season of personal missions. So open, and I already took a look at the original changes. I already listed, but there's another change that happened last year. I did not post that or did not update this spreadsheet, but yeah, they changed it a little bit more. So originally for 9.5, then 9.8, 9.15. I think they changed it again in 9.19, but yeah, originally for the medium tank mission number 15 is, what the hell is that? Deal 4,000 damage to tank destroyers. That is nuts. That is ridiculous. Yeah, 14,000 HP blocked, caused, and received. For heavy tanks, tank destroyer is 8,000 damage. Still 8,000 damage. And artillery is even more worse, because you need to stun, like stun assist 4,000 damage while dealing 3,000 damage in artillery 15. I did it. It was super hard. And light tanks originally 8,000 damage. It's still 8,000 damage, but oh my god. So some of these feel copy and paste to the original T55A and the Object 260, but I mean, Excalibur mission. It's always about the Excalibur missions. So these are better. These are just get 150 headshots and you'll get a red tiger stripe camo. So yeah, that's pretty good. I wish they add more camos for the Excalibur missions, but hey, take some, give some. And it's not about the tank themselves. It's about the female crews, the other rewards, the credits, and stuff to do while playing the game. And you can play with these missions with the first season of personal missions. So 2 missions per match. That's good. You cannot use the orders from the first season of personal missions for the second season, Otherwise, you just get to the object 726. But I like it. I really like it. The tanks feel a little bit underwhelming. Mostly the nerf to the Chimera, but whatever. So, there you go, folks. I'll provide you guys with a link down below. But thank you guys for listening to the lecture. So mostly focus on kill stealing. If you can, focus on being a pussy and camping the back. And focus on getting all the damage. So chai snipe. That's the theme of these personal missions. But good luck to you. Hopefully you guys have fun. I am slurring up my words. It's been a long lecture. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.